This Odyssey Sports broadcast has been presented by Health Markets. Shop for health insurance your way.
If you're talking, they will hear you every single time.
Oh, we're getting killed.
Yeah, well, Kyle's not here.
How come?
Kicked off the team. Didn't Tim tell you? Kyle and some other kids got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah. Zero tolerance. He's out for the season.
Come on, it's a first offense, right?
That we know of. But why should that matter? He knew not to drink. I've made it clear to Matt that's what we expect from him. What have you said to Tim?
Nothing really. You know, a lot of kids try it at this age, so.
Yeah, well, a lot of kids don't try it too. I'm not saying that Matt's going to be this perfect kid, but if I don't tell him what we expect and why he shouldn't drink, how's he going to know?
You think kids that age really listen?
They never admit it, Bill, but they hear more than you think.
Talk. They hear you. For more information about talking with kids about underage drinking, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Opiates has taken everything and everyone I've ever loved away from me. Everything.
I blew my ankle out and I got prescribed pain pills by my doctor.
If making my detox public is going to help somebody, I'm all for it. I just wish I would have had a warning.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth. Spread the truth. A message from Truth, the Ad Council, and ONDCP.
94 WIP HD1 Philadelphia. Powered by the Tasty Cake Studios. This is the Final Out. Sponsored by Regency Furniture. Affordable never looked so good. Sports Radio 94 WIP. An Odyssey Sports Station. This is High Hopes. Special post-game coverage. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Looks back at second. The pitch. Swung on. Line down the left field line. And that's going to win it. Castellanos has done it. Turner is scoring. And the Phillies walk it off here in the bottom of the ninth. A Game 2 victory, 7-6. As the Phillies come racing out of the dugout. Dancing around between first and second. As Nick Castellanos has won the ball game.
A special edition of Final Out, sponsored by Regency Furniture. Affordable, never looked so good. It is a High Hopes edition of Final Out as the Phillies walk it off tonight against the New York Mets. Fritzy, just a thrilling game. We have not seen many walk-offs in our lifetime in the playoffs for the Phillies. Tucker and I were trying to go through it, about 4, I think. It's the 4th one in our life. Rollins, Ruiz, Batiste. That's all I got. Just an unbelievable night down at the ballpark, Fritzy.
Yeah, it's awesome. And if it was one of the biggest postseason games that we've ever seen in Citizens Bank Park. I mean, it is an all-timer. I mean, it's an all-time Citizens Bank Park, a place that was tough for a little bit there. It was tight. The ballpark was tight, and seeing it come alive, Bryce do the hit thing he did. I mean, Bryce continues to rise to the moment and continues to, when this team needs him, come up. And Castellanos, I mean, talk about a redemption arc. I mean, Castellanos early in the game is saying on TV, this bleep in place, and then he comes through late and has that kind of moment and is able to walk him off, shares it with Liam after the game. Last night, I was begging for some resiliency, begging for some toughness, begging to show us who you are. And tonight they did multiple times.
It felt like it was a long stretch of time tonight it felt like they weren't going to show up. I mean, the bats were cold for the first, 6 innings, nothing doing, just couldn't get anything going against Severino. And then Bryce Harper was like, I've had enough of this, and goes up and tank shot off the wall. Castellanos follows, and then they fought back again because this Mets team, it seems like the only way you can beat them is to walk them off because they don't die.
Shot. They don't die.
Unbelievable. And the Phillies take the lead again, 5-4. That Stott triple was so massive, getting him home on that JT little squib, just massive. And then obviously the bullpen yet again gives it up.
Bullpen's worrisome. Bullpen's worrisome.
It's so worried. But to your point, we, especially going against this Mets team, that the hallmark of their game is resiliency. To see this Phillies team battle them and show their own resiliency and come through with big hits, any hits, much less big hits. I mean, thank goodness. Like I was ready to come in here.
Oh my God. I was doing the funeral.
Yeah.
I was ready to do the funeral. Seltzer, I had to take a lap. Had to take multiple laps.
No, we noticed.
Yeah. I mean,
Spike and I were like, "Where'd Jack go?"
And when you can't find me, I'm okay. I'm not get kidnapped. It's just, I guess the best way to explain it is if I'm going to watch a funeral, I want to watch it by myself. I don't want to be. It's nothing personal. I promise. I just don't want to be around people. I want to experience it by myself. But we rallied. I mean, we rallied. I was standing out in right field for the Harper home run, back to back with Castellanos. Immediately flipped things around. And the biggest thing that did is, listen, they were dying a slow death. I mean, that's what it looked like, is that they were dying a slow death. And I know Castellanos is the star of the game, 100%. They don't win that game tonight without their leader, their best player, having that kind of moment to jumpstart them. They needed a jumpstart, and he jumpstarted them. And he is a rise to the moment, big time player. He didn't stretch late in the game. He took a walk, got on base. Like, it was a massive Castellanos game, but also a massive, massive Bryce game. If he does not hit that home run, he goes down there. They're not coming back tonight. They needed something to believe in. That got the ballpark, by the way.
Big time.
That the ballpark turned right back to where we needed
on
it.
A dime.
It was tight.
It was bad.
It was tight. And
and I didn't blame him.
If he hit that home run in Game 7 against the Diamondbacks, which he was this close to doing, that's what it felt like. Yeah. Tonight felt like Game 7. It felt like Game 7 of last year, except this time they freaking came through.
And he hit it off the halfway up the freaking wall in center field. He was like, it really did feel like Harper went up and was like, enough of this. Like, we're not doing this anymore. And to your point, it totally jump-started everything. Then, they're battling and they fight. Let's get to the
Starter!
Let's get to the game wrap-up, sponsored by Krevitz, providing CNC machine clean services, waste coolant removal, and scrap metal systems designed for efficiency and lights-out manufacturing. Krevitz.online or Krevitz.com. And Fritzy, to your point, the game wrap-up is that this team battled. This team, the season was on the line. I mean, look, yeah, you can come back from 0-2, sure. Like,
against that Mets team,
the season was on the line tonight, and they found a way to save the season, and not just offensively too. I mean, Harper had two amazing plays on defense. Stott had that amazing play. Castellanos to catch in the ninth.
Well, listen, they haven't lost any playoff game that Castellanos instead of diving catch in the right.
That's all he does. It's the same catch every time. It's like a carbon copy.
I mean, think about it. Game 1 in Atlanta, Houston in Game 1 there. Yeah. I think there was one last year as well, if I remember correctly. It's pretty remarkable.
It's a good bit.
It's a key bit.
It's a good bit.
It's a key bit.
It really is. And again, it was, to your point, the ballpark really did feel tight. It really felt like, and I don't blame the fans. They had nothing to cheer for. They had nothing, but they responded, and guys we ripped showed up. I mean, Trey Turner at first at bat, we're like, oh God.
Yep.
And then he gets going, had some big hits, scored on the Harper homer, got on base for that.
Got his wheels in motion a couple times.
That was important, and man, I'm so happy, dude. I'm so happy I don't have to wake up at 3 a.m. tomorrow and go in and talk about the end of the season.
I know.
Essentially.
No, and I think that I'm just proud of him tonight.
Me too.
I all I wanted last night was some fortitude. Show me that this team still has that. Because the Mets are going to bring it every night.
The Mets have that. There's no doubt.
They have it. And listen, the Mets continue to fight. The Vientos home run was brutal. I don't know how he got it. How do you hit that ball out? How do you hit that ball out?
It was like above his letter. It was like up by his face.
And by the way, Rob Thompson can't buy one right now.
I know.
Now,
I would have gone to Hoffman there. I didn't hate going to Strom. I would have rather had Lindor batting from the other side of the plate and be ready for Alonso.
I don't know, man. Lindor from the left side, I feel like just hit so many home runs.
He does. You're right. He does. But
so I think if I'm
look, you got to trust those. Again, the last thing, you have to trust those guys.
I know.
I can't kill him for it.
I think if I'm going in the mind of Topper there, Strom's there for Nimmo.
Of course. Hoffman was facing Alonso no matter what.
The only thing that could not happen was a home run. I mean, literally, that's it.
Yep.
He got Bader out. That's a spot. So he just can't buy one. The one I didn't love was Ruiz in the sixth.
Yeah,
I would have just let Sanchez go. Sanchez was fine tonight.
He was dealing.
Made one bad pitch.
One bad pitch. Exactly right. I thought Sanchez looked really, really good tonight.
Don't need Ruiz in a tight game.
No,
yeah.
I was surprised by that.
Yeah.
I really was. And look, Kirkering looked like he was mowing him down.
I know, dude. It was so easy. It was so easy.
The first 2 outs were like, oh, we're set. This is great.
Yeah. The bullpen is something that has to turn the next 3 games. Like the Phillies bullpen, they have the advantage. They have the advantage in the series on talent, on stuff. That Mets bullpen, I think it reeks. And the fact they went to Edwin Diaz in the 7th,
unbelievable.
It was shocking. But I think the biggest takeaway tonight is,
hold on, Jack. That's perfect. Let's get to the biggest takeaway of the game, brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Go ahead.
It's an all-time Citizens Bank Park game.
It really is.
That's going to go down as you're going to remember where you were. You're going to be telling your friends I was at the Castellanos walk-off. That's an all-time back and forth shades of 1980 Game 5 against the Astros that I was definitely alive for.
Oh yeah, you were there.
I lived it. I know it. Yeah. But man, we're gonna talk if that jump starts them, and that, God forbid, and hopefully they win this series. We're talking about that one for a while.
Big time. And like I said before, you don't see many walk-offs in your lifetime as a Phillies fan in the playoffs, but also just the last 2 years, they haven't won a game like that. They have not had a game where they had to fight back late like that. They had the game against the Padres where they went down early with Falter, and then they fought back early in the game. Like, they have not had a late inning heroics type of game like that. We've not seen them have to do that or be able to do that when they had to yet. That was a big step for this team.
I know you're 42 going on 50.
43 now.
It's
the first time you've ever said my age lower than it actually is.
That's bad by me.
That is
bad by me.
Yeah.
How many years did tonight take off? You think?
Oh my God, dude! At
least 3, at least 4.
At least it was stressful, man. It was stressful. All right, 215-592-9494. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. We're going to get to your calls. I see some of our favorite callers on the line. It's time to react to, again, Jack just said it, and he's dead right. An all-time Citizens Bank Park night tonight. This is one of the ones that, they really do need to win the series for it to take the place it deserves, historically speaking. But if they do, this is a game we look back at as an all-time win for this franchise. And man, what a thrilling way to go about it. We'll come back. We'll continue to wrap up the game. We'll take your calls. It's High Hopes, a special edition of Final Out, reacting to the Phillies walk-off victory against the Mets. We're coming right back.
Xfinity here. How can we help?
Hi. My daughter invited her entire class to her birthday party. Can my Wi-Fi handle it?
Oh, well, at Xfinity, our latest gateways have tri-band Wi-Fi technology, letting you connect hundreds of devices at once.
No way. So if all the kids are watching stuff on their phones, well, their parents are sharing videos online.
Yep. Go ahead and watch videos. They can all do their thing and party their way. No problem.
Oh, we are going to need a bigger cake.
Now through October 10th, upgrade and switch to 300 megabit Xfinity internet with unlimited data and 1 line of unlimited mobile for just $35 a month for 1 year. Plus, get an eligible free 5G phone with trade-in. Visit Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Xfinity, bring on the good stuff. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless bill and an auto-pay stored bank account. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After promo, regular rates apply. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. Actual speeds vary and not guaranteed.
The working families of La Luna Labor's District Council of Pennsylvania, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia are proud contributors to all aspects of growth in this great city. The Labor's District Council provides safe, well-trained, productive workers who enable projects to be done on time and under budget. We appreciate our signatory contractors and their commitment to fairness and equality. Laborers, we're building a better future today.
Brought to you by the Laborers District Council Licit Fund.
It's better over here. If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has an exclusive rate plan just for you. Right now, get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings versus Verizon and AT&T. Plus, you can get one of the latest 5G phones free when you add a line. That's right, a free 5G phone. Experience all this and more on America's largest 5G network. So why wait? At T-Mobile, customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Just go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 or visit your local store to make the switch.
With AutoPay using debit or bank account plus taxes and fees, 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. Free phones up to $300 off with 24 monthly bill credits and qualifying new line for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Contact us before canceling entire account to continue remaining bill credits. Bill credits end if you pay off device early. See details at T-Mobile.com.
This is High Hope special post-game coverage. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
Diaz goes full with Stott. The 3-2 on the way. Swung on, line down the right field line. It's fair, just inside the line. The game's tied. Castellanos into third. Dusty is waving him home. Here's the relay to the plate. There'll be no throw. Phillies lead it as the birthday boy Bryson Stott puts the Phillies on top 5-4.
Hey, little lady, I know you're feeling
The High Hopes edition of Final Out, sponsored by Regency Furniture. Affordable never looks so good. That's called producing right there. Great work, Justin Morgenstein, giving us a little A-OK with that huge Stott triple, and then JT getting him home was massive. I think I know the answer to this. Coming to the phones in a sec, but Jack, let's get to the player of the game, sponsored by South Jersey Gas Conserve, helping customers and the community save energy and money. Visit southjerseygas.com/conserve. I'm assuming we can safely say Nick Castellanos, the player of the game.
I would say so.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about it.
I mean, and again, what a
night. What a roller coaster.
What a roller coaster. He gets the sarcastic Bronx cheer.
Yep. And
deservingly so.
Yeah.
We love Casty.
Yeah.
Let's deserve it.
Yeah.
You know, and I guess fans Austin right field little upset with them.
We had a listener who was in right field and said that they were getting on Cassie out there, and he was kind of going back and forth a little bit with it.
Well,
so.
listen, if it got him fired up and got him locked in,
Hell yeah.
he smoked that ball. He hit the big hit late, and that, I mean, you know, you and I, two big dad guys.
Oh, big time dad guys.
Gets to go see Liam after the game. I mean, that's
who you talking to here. You know, I'm the king of welling up.
Try not to well up.
You're
Try not to
damn
well
right.
up. That's
You're
a big
damn
one.
right.
That is a big one. So before we go to the phones, big question.
Yeah.
Do I do 10 tomorrow or 10 on Tuesday?
It's a great question. This might just be me as your friend who cares about you, giving you extra time. I would say Tuesday.
You don't want Fritz on an extra day of rest.
That's true. Now, I will say, though, the last time you ran it was game day and it didn't work out. So maybe you do it on the off day tomorrow. It's a thought.
It is a thought. I don't know, man. I could use another day.
I bet you
but also, I have to leave for New York on Tuesday. So I think I got to do it tomorrow.
I think you got to do it tomorrow.
All right. Listen, it'll be way easier. And I'll be way happier to do it the way that tonight went. I obviously would not have done it if they lost. But
Thank goodness. Yes. It's a lot easier to run 10 miles, a lot easier to wake up at 3 a.m, all that stuff.
Tell you what,
Let me tell you.
I'm gonna hear the beginning of the morning show.
You're damn right, buddy. We'll be ready to roll. Thank God. 215-592-9494. Let's go to the phones. Let's do what we did last year. After a win, we would start with our guy Black Gritty. What up, Bo?
Guys, if y'all need some of my blood pressure medicine, I got y'all. You know what I'm saying?
We were pacing, BG. We were pacing.
Look, and Nolo, you need to march around that park, bro. I saw your video. As soon as you saw the move, things started happening.
I know.
You guys,
he was marching.
You gotta shake the mojo up, PG. You know that.
Hey, I know what it is. Yeah, I know what it is. So let me just tell you guys something. First of all, you guys are gonna cover all the players, did all the things they're supposed to do, everything. Shout out to Philadelphia fandom. Shout out to Citizens Bank Park.
Yep.
Nick Castellanos was playing like trash. They laughed at the man because he was swinging at dirt again. He had a bleep you moment, caught on camera, and he got annoyed, and it lit a fire underneath that man. That is something. Booing works. When someone chastises you the way Nick Castellanos is so cool. He's like, you know what, y'all go, okay. He doesn't put his head down, he doesn't cry about it. He's like, bleep you too. And then he goes out there and does what he does. Because that's sport. That's Philadelphia. You ride and you grind. We ain't out here pandering to people for nothing. Okay? You messing up, we on you. You up it. We love you. My goodness gracious. Thank you to the fans. Thank you to Nick. Bryce, thank you for choosing me.
Thank you for choosing me, Bryce.
Thank you for choosing me, Bryce. And as far as the relievers go, just to have some analytical stuff here.
Yeah.
Let me give a little respect to the Mets, and they're on fire and they're hot right now. I do believe they're going to come out of this funk, but the Mets are hot right now. I mean, you keep getting guys down 0-2, and then they keep battling back. I mean, what's the bullpen supposed to do? They're doing their job. They're just getting like nickel and dimed out here. So they're going to get it together. No low. Nola is going to be on the mound on
There
Tuesday.
it is.
We're ready to rock and roll. Baby mama Jane Seltzer, I'm going to send you that blood pressure medicine because I'm a little bit older than you by a couple years. Not much, just a little bit. And do you know what time it is officially now?
What time?
Back. Back.
Great call. Oh, I mean, and Jack, to that point, look, I think Nick deserved the Bronx cheer in that
Dude,
moment.
he was swinging at 59 footers.
Exactly.
What do you want people to do? Like this offense, and I had to pull out all the stops tonight. I had to say it was over. I had to say the offense.
Oh, I know you were going for it.
Yeah, I just whatever it took. I made multiple live bets on the Mets. I just again, I'm here to serve one purpose. I will reverse jinx this team to a freaking title. Okay, like I just want everyone to be on the same page. I will do whatever it takes for this team to win a I almost cursed. A World Series.
Now,
a
rein
World
it
Series.
in.
It's okay.
Rein
it's okay.
it in. If you
it's
didn't
okay.
curse last night, we're definitely not cursing tonight.
But actually, I think I'm more prone to curse when things are going well.
Yeah, I'm the other way.
This offense was dreadful for 5 innings tonight.
And 9 last night. Let's be honest. Yeah.
So people are tight. They don't want this season to end. Like I think the biggest misconception about Philadelphia sports fans, and I think these players mostly get it now. They haven't been through real tough times. Is when we are booing and we're hard on you, it's just we want you to do better. It's not because we don't like you. It's not personal. You know what I mean? Like
it's because we expect more out of you.
We know that, and that spot in the lineup is so huge. We talked about it pregame. We talked about it yesterday. We talked about it for the last 365 days.
and a lot before that too.
That 4 spot has to be big, and if Castellanos can do that, then 3 is going to get more pitches to hit, and if 3 gets more pitches to hit,
changes everything,
dude. I know. Again, I said this 3 times in the open, and I'm sorry. I know Castellanos is the star tonight, but Bryce Harper, teams fear him in big moments. They do,
and they should.
You can see
they should fear him in big moments,
dude. They talked to Severino before the at bat. They talked to McGill before the at bat. Like they are centered around Bryce, and he was this close to ending it. I'm happy for Castellanos.
Dude, the entire place was ready to. I mean, we popped off at Castellanos, but we all thought that Bryce ball was gone.
It was full disclosure. Kind of felt like a loss.
I know
when
it went 4-3, and then when they tied it at 6-6, it was like, come on, man.
No, actually, when it was 6-6, I felt fine.
Yeah.
I kid you not. When Bryce missed it by 5 inches, I was like, that's it.
Yeah,
that's it. Because I was already ready to talk about it for the next 10 years. Remember when Bryce was 5 inches from ending it?
Yeah.
You know, it sounds like a pause moment, but
does.
it's not. But he is so money. He's just money. And not to make it about Game 7, but he was this close in Game 7 too.
He was.
And that home run tonight, this place is dead. I mean, and it's not to rip the fans at all. Like they weren't giving you anything to cheer for.
Yeah.
They weren't giving you a reason to get on your feet. As soon as that happened, as soon as he went yard, this place turned right back into where we needed it.
It changed everything.
Yeah.
It changed. And even when they went down, even when Kirkland gave up the homer, it still stayed live. It stayed fired up in here. It changed the entire vibe there. Let's go back to the phones and talk to our guy, Drew in Westchester. What up, Drew?
Hello, folks. I feel like I aged
Oh.
a good 10 years. I think I'm older than Seltzer. Now I think I went from 34 to 44. I don't want to take any personal credit for the win. I seriously take none, but I just want to let you guys know I have banned myself from calling the pregame show for the time being because clearly
It was
that
3
not
straight
working.
losses, Drew. It was 3 straight
It's
losses.
true.
I went Harper jersey instead of Dutch.
You did, which is a big one. For
And a big one, Drew. Again, we're not making this about us. We would never do that. I think I found my thing. I'm not letting anyone know yet.
No, you shouldn't.
We got to win too. But I got a feel on
Good.
what I found the spot in 17. I found the spot in 08. I found the spot in 22. Might have found it tonight.
Good. All right. This is good news.
This
is good news.
I will save the pregame show to Sergeant Rios.
Thank you.
Rios, thank you for
Dude,
saving.
Rios is big, man.
Maybe we might hear from Rios coming up here soon. I'll tell you that.
Love it. So, all right, just a couple of things I can let you get to other callers. Sometimes I feel like the best solution in sports is sometimes the simplest one. It seemed to me like the at-bats improved a lot when they just slowed down a little bit, when some guys, Bryce, Castellanos, when they just used their timeout. Like, I know you only have one, but you have one. If I'm Kevin Long, I'm pushing that over the next day. Use your timeout, break the pitcher's rhythm, just slow it down a little bit. Did you guys notice that at all?
Yeah, no, I did notice that with Bryce Schwarber. It didn't work for him tonight, but Schwarber was doing that too. Interesting thought, Drew. Look, anything you can do to mess with these pitchers, within the framework of the rules, it's smart.
Yeah, a couple other things, and I'll be quick, so I'll let you get to other callers. Kirkering, he's got to trust his fastball more if he's going to pitch again. Casty, we know these streaks come in bunches, so I think that's my biggest reason for optimism right now. And just curious in your guys' thoughts, I know we're facing a lefty. I would have Bryson Stott in the lineup on Tuesday. He's batting .400 at Citi Field this year. He has better at-bats than Bohm or Sosa right now. So just curious on your guys' thoughts there. I will be at Game 4. I've been at the past couple Game 4s to close it out. Go Phils.
That's right.
Go Phils.
So it's interesting. Thompson said before the game that Bohm will start Tuesday.
Yep.
Wonder if that changes.
Look, Bohm obviously got his shot tonight and
did not love the one pitch at bat.
And the crowd got behind
I know.
him, man.
It felt like a moment,
It
dude.
felt like a moment. It really did. And obviously just popped it up. Let's get to the play of the game, sponsored by Mike's Amazing, the official mayo and mustard of the Phillies. Obviously the walk-off hit, but I'm with you. I think if we're just going to – Castellanos the player of the game, but if we're going to pick the play of the game, I actually think it's the Bryce Harper homer. I think that was the moment where the game turned for the Phillies, and it kind of changed everything.
So I'm getting reports of what happened in
Ooh.
right field.
Oh, yeah. What do you got?
So a friend of the final out checks in and says,
Friend of the final out. That's strong.
Castellanos was like screaming back at a fan.
Great. Good.
So what do you want? What do you want me to do?
We got to get that fan. I mean, that fan got him going. Congratulations.
I'm all right.
Yeah,
I'm not a huge fan of.
Maybe don't yell. Yeah.
I'm
Look, I'm not yelling at him.
No.
Look, hey, whatever it was, Nick responded, and credit to him because he had a abysmal Game 1, and it looked early like he was going to be swinging in the dirt again, and really, fought.
I know he got the hit last night, but what was he? 1 for his last 27? Or 20,
was that what it was? I mean,
dating back to last year.
To the Game 6 and Game 7 last year. Yeah.
I don't think he got a hit.
It might have been after the home. Yeah. Did he have a hit?
I don't believe he got a hit after
Game 1 or whatever. Game 2, the 10-0 game. Wow.
That
is, yeah. Look, hey, credit to Nick. He got it done.
Dude,
Nick got yelled at, he made it work for him.
Nick Castellanos is the most
emotional
because everyone's when they lose, it's always you got to get rid of Castellanos.
It's the first to go.
And then when they
because do you ever remember a player who can go from looking like great to as horrible as he looks like
Nick Foles?
That's, you know what? Seriously, though, you're right. That's such a greght comp to someone who can play at the highest level and come through in the biggest of spots, but can also look like they've never played the sport before at times. It's a great call. All right, 215-592-9494. We're going to get to some of our great callers. I see them on the line. We got one more segment to go. We'll continue to react to
a big game, Robbie E.
Thrilling. What a treat for everyone.
Thank God. It's going to make my ride home so much better.
Rob's the best. All right, Rob coming up after that, but one more segment for us. We're going to get to as many calls as we can and continue to react to an all-time playoff win at Citizens Bank Park. The Phillies even up the series 1-1, heading back to New York Tuesday night. We'll preview that game as well coming up next segment. It's High Hopes Radio, a special edition of Final Out. Fritz and Seltzer, we're coming right back.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone. I went through it a while back. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text. Text POWER to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text POWER to 321-321. That's POWER to 321-321.
Products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness.
It's here, the most wonderful time of the year, football season. What's on the menu for football season? Pork, of course. Get ready for game day with Hatfield and put some pork on your fork. Elevate your kickoff cuisine with Hatfield's winning lineup of marinated pork tenderloins, bacon, and ham. Whether you're the tailgate king or the gridiron gourmet, Hatfield helps you savor the taste of victory. Visit simplyhatfield.com for recipes. Find your flavor with Hatfield.
Your coworkers might annoy you, but we promise we won't. Download the free Odyssey app and you can listen to us at work while you tackle your inbox or get ready for another meeting that probably could have been an email. Tune in late? You can rewind your favorite live shows to catch what you missed. And with Chapters, easily jump to the topics that you care about most, like the latest updates from your team. Your sports talk, your way. The Odyssey app. Download it today.
WIP guests prepare for their segments in the Xfinity Mobile Lounge. Xfinity Mobile customers now get exclusive access to Wi-Fi speeds up to a gig in millions of locations nationwide.
A Gain Scent Bead story. Jim was at the laundromat when he heard his ear said, "Maraca, senor," but his nose said, "Hey, freshest scent ever." Following his nose, Jim found a man pouring a bottle of Gain Scent Beads into the washer. The scent, the freshness. Jim blurted, "Sir, your scent Maraca smell amazing." Actually, Jim, most noses call them Gain Scent Beads. Try Gain Scent Beads, way fresher than detergent alone.
This is High Hopes special post-game coverage. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
Severino's ready, and the pitch. Harper swings, drives it high and deep center field. Bader going back to the track, looking up, and it's gone off the batter's eye. 2-run home run for Bryce Harper. Straightaway center field. And there's life back in the joint. As the Phillies trail by a run, it's 3-2. 0-1. Breaking ball blasted. Game is tied. Castellanos way back to left center. Back to back for the Phillies. And it's a brand new game. 3-3 here in the bottom of the sixth.
It's a High Hopes edition of Final Out, sponsored by Regency Furniture. Affordable never looked so good, and man, was the bank hopping.
It was good to feel it again.
The Harper homer, like you said, the place went insane. One of the loudest pops of the last few years here. And then for Cassie to do it right after, it's just like it just extended. All right, let's get to, and then we're going to round out with as many calls we can get to. Let's get to the pitch count / injury report, sponsored by the Plumbers Union Local 690, protecting the health of the nation. Visit plumbers690.org. Jack Sanchez threw 88 pitches tonight, so, should be well rested if needed, maybe in relief or something like that if it goes 5. Also, how about this? I think the most shocking pitch count stat of the night that I will give you. Carlos Estevez, 8 pitches, clean 1-2-3 inning. Of course, right?
A little too easy. And on Sanchez, I thought he was really good. I didn't think the moment was too big for him. I thought he threw strikes. I think that's the Thompson mistake tonight, was pulling him in the 5th.
I agree with you.
I think it would have been fine to leave him out there for one more inning. He's not. Jose Ruiz is not an upgrade over Chris Sanchez. Nope. I'm sorry, he's not.
And we like Jose Ruiz. He's a nice pitcher.
He's your
6th,
5th best
5th or 6th,
yeah.
Him
and Alvarado.
I guess 5th, yeah. It's a question.
Last thing on the Harper Castellanos home run, I'm glad that CBP didn't die with a whimper.
Me too.
You know what I mean? Like, to go to get a split in New York, get back here for Game 5. Place is gonna be going bonkers.
Yeah. Well, the last 3 games prior to this, it felt like that special thing that we had was, disappearing. Like, it was like, where'd it go? It was back.
Had a thought when they're down 3-0. CBP Magic dead. This playoff games are a range of emotions.
You are not wrong, my friend.
Range of emotions.
And this one was a particularly wide range of emotions.
God, he is just money. He's just money. It's as simple as that. I think the ballpark felt it. It felt like, and Tucker just said in the break, like, had he gone down there, if game's over.
Yeah, it felt like a now or never moment. It really did when Harper hit that homer. So it was huge. All right, 215-592-9494. The man who got us all fired up before the game gave just when we needed.
Yes.
Came through for us. Rios in North Philly. Rios.
What's going on, Hard Chargers?
How you doing, baby?
Woo! James, Jack, Y'all, man, look, it was a great moment for me because this was like the first whole baseball game that my daughter just stayed and watched it with me. She usually definitely with the Eagles because she loves how I get animated and everything. And this one, she's like, nah, Dad, just hold me. I'm staying right here. You know what I mean? But let me tell you something, man. So obviously, y'all seen what was going on. You know, people feeling tight. The team looking like, what the hell's going on? Crowd is quiet. But all of a sudden, these guys felt something juggling down there and found that it was still there. They found that it was still freaking there. And let me tell y'all something, gentlemen. We needed that pain. And when I say we needed that pain where we were up, then these suckers come back or whatever it is, because now that's telling us, yo, stop playing slap and tickle with these guys who's trying to make a Cinderella thing with their asses. Stop playing snap and tickle with them. Get their asses out of there and move on. Because I was so pissed. You got funny ass Pete Alonso doing kisses to us, to the fans, to everybody that was there. So that was great. Also, Jack, you need to be a fan, or you need of whoever was that fan, or whoever was pissing off Castellanos.
Was it you? Was it you?
No, I wish it was me. If it was there, it would have only been Castellanos. I'm going to tell you, look, check this out. As long as it's straight up, because look, if I'm not doing something right, like how I do with speeches and anything, get on my ass. Pressure bust pipes. And you know what I do? I feel like I do great under pressure. And in those situations, it's pressure. So shout out to if anybody pissed them off, because you see what happened, because sometimes you piss somebody off, you giving that energy. It's just like I was saying during the week. Y'all doing y'all thing with Bryce, and it sounded like y'all were hugging him. No, we need to really piss this man off, because in game one, I didn't like seeing that face like, oh, no. Piss him off. He hit that home run hype. We need to piss these guys off all the way to the freaking championship, because you know why? Right now, they felt that. Now the blood monsters are freaking awake. These are blood monsters. This is who the hell we are. We need to keep the bats to that ball, because you see right now our bullpen, they leaking blood on the grass. We don't need them to keep leaking. Our bats in the first game, they were leaking blood on the grass. Now we putting their blood on the grass. Go paint their freaking city, and look, stay on our team's ass, on their heels, on their necks, all the way to the chip, because it don't get easier from here. Keep busting New York down, because they think we're a freaking joke. They playing with us like we ain't the best freaking team, and I don't like the freaking disrespect. What y'all gentlemen think about that? You know what I mean?
I love it, Rios.
What a call.
Welcome
man.
to the final out, buddy.
You're the best, buddy.
Roger.
Rios After Dark. Great call, Rios.
Yeah.
Rios After Dark, bro.
I'm sure the High Hopes listeners are
like, what the hell was that?
Going to be a little jarred.
A little different
Rios
than what
is,
we normally do on the High Hope Show.
Is passionate.
Yes,
He's
is.
passionate, but he brings it. So, yeah, dude, hey, the biggest the bats have to maintain that it's obvious. This next 3 games is going to hinge on what bullpen are we getting.
Big time.
This bullpen has to get righted. I still trust them. I think they're good. They're good. This is a good bullpen. But Rob Thompson, I don't know who he can go to right now, and he's like, you got it. Hoffman's still there. If Estevez turns into their most locked down reliever, I'm going to be
thunk it, buddy.
I'm going to be beside myself. But he can't buy one right now.
Yeah,
I mean, he can't
if
buy
you
one.
can't trust Strom and Kirkering and Hoffman, like, what can you do? You know, that's part of the
It
core
is.
of what this team is.
It is.
So.
But that's going to be that could decide the next 3 games. What
It
bullpen
could.
are we getting? Because
It could.
that Mets bullpen is just so. That cannot be a bullpen that goes deep in the playoffs. They're just not. They don't have enough arms.
No, they're not.
And McGill's pretty good. He could change things.
Yeah, he's
if
solid.
they.
He's like he's a bulk guy.
He's a bulk guy with real stuff.
Yeah.
So, man, I'm so glad the Vientos home run did not.
Oh my God.
Sink them.
Yeah, dude.
Well, again, credit to them.
Yeah, fighting back in that spot.
He
No
hits
doubt.
the home run. They could have been deflated.
Yeah.
And they went right back out. They had to take it there.
Good at bats.
They
too.
had to take it in the
You can't
9th.
let the Mets bat again. That's the whole point. You can't let them bat again.
Can't
That's the
go
whole
well
thing.
because that was the top of the lineup.
Yeah, and it doesn't even matter. I don't care. Like, the Mets are gonna find ways to win when they get chances in those late game situations. Like, you gotta just not let them bat.
Dude, the Mets
walk them off.
The Mets stats offensively 7th inning on are
Insane.
terrifying.
Insane.
Beyond annoying and terrifying.
Thank God we actually got.
They
some of those
survived an
stats.
Alonso home run.
We actually got the late inning stats. It's a miracle. Last night we talked to this guy. He was not happy. See if Chuck from Mount Airy is in a better mood tonight. Chuck Gay.
Yep, now I'm awake to channel my inner Ike Reese.
What's going on, fellas?
How about MV3, buddy? How about him?
Hey,
Your
listen,
guy.
See, first of all, and let me shout out to my fans, man. Citizens Bank Park was rocking. You guys showed up and showed out. You know what I mean? No, but let me say this though, right, real quick, man. We have some great moments in Citizens Bank Park history, but I've never witnessed a game like this at Citizens. This is the greatest game at Citizens Bank, arguably, that I've ever seen. That's just what it is. It was back and forth like a heavyweight bout. And man, I tell you, if we can go on and win this series, this game is going to be remembered forever.
I'm with you.
Forever.
Yeah, for real, Chuck. We don't have these type of games. Like, it's funny because we talk about the Mets. The Mets have had like 3 of them in the last week.
Yep.
But like this Phillies team over the last couple of years and in their history doesn't have a lot of games like this where they've battled back late, been down multiple runs, 6th inning on, and found ways to keep fighting and winning. Like you're right, Chuck. Especially if they go on and finish this out, this will be the game we look at.
Yeah, and yes, and I was a little upset. I didn't like that he took Willer out, but we won this game. And Topper, he has to trust his. He got to trust his guys in the bullpen. I got to realize that. I mean, we don't have Ryan Madsen or Brad Lynch coming out of the the bullpen. He's not coming out of retirement, so we have to trust the guys he got. And I feel comfortable with guys they got. I think you guys are going to get it together. But I just want to shout out. I mean, Castellanos is the most important player, in this run. And this is the type of game that propels the team to a championship.
I agree.
Castellanos, he has to continue to make these guys pay, man. You want to pitch around the greatest player in baseball, then we got to make you pay so you can pitch to him. Bryce Harper is the greatest baseball player in baseball. I don't care about Ohtani. I don't care about Judge. I don't care about Soto. We got the greatest baseball player in the world playing in our ballpark. And I'm telling you right now, if he can get pitches thrown to him, that changes everything. That changes everything.
Totally.
So what I'm saying to you right now, man, get ready. We're going to New York. We're going to take care of business. I don't even want a game 5. This is the momentum shifter right here. Let's take this thing to New York and get this thing to the NLCS where we belong. Because this team, they're not ready. They're not ready for us.
I love it, Chuck.
And we're the team that's ready to go on and propel to the next level. You guys, keep it up, man. Great work. Let's get this thing popping, man. Go Phils!
Go Phils. And to that point, whether Shohei's the best or this or that, whatever, I don't ever remember watching a superstar who rose to the occasion more, who it felt like could hit a home run if he wants to, like in a big moment. Like it does feel like he has this ability to lock in these big moments in a way that I've not seen from many superstars.
It is more shocking when Bryce Harper does not come through than when he does.
Exactly right.
And it's interesting. Ohtani, phenomenal. Judge, phenomenal. I think you can make the argument if you put truth serum in all GMs in baseball, who are the 2 guys you want the most in big moments on your team.
Yeah.
You could say I want Wheeler on the mound and I want Harper at the plate.
I agree.
They got to get it done. That guy, that owner, this team, they deserve a ring. So take the momentum up to New York. You take 2, phenomenal. You split, great. Just split. We said it all year. Might have been the bid of the year.
Was the bid of the year.
We live with a split.
We'll live with a split.
Live with a split. Man, what a night.
What a night. All right. Thank you to everyone who called in. Could not do the show without you. If we didn't get your call, I really apologize. Rob Ellis coming up next. I'd rather talk to Rob than us anyway. So stay tuned. Rob's obviously going to be reacting to an all-time.
You want someone to put this in perspective.
Yeah, come on.
Big game, Robbie.
That's exactly right. Thank you to Justin Morgenstein. Awesome job back in the studio. Tucker Bagley producing on site. Man, what a win. Thank freaking goodness. Thank you. Tuesday night, Aaron Nola on the hill, trying to take a massive 2-1 lead. And thank God it's even possible, because it really felt like we were going to be in an 0-2 hole. What a win. Fritzy, good times, buddy.
On to New York.
On to New York. All right. Again, thank you to everyone who called in. Rob Ellis coming up next. Shout out to the Phils, baby. Shout out to Nick. Shout out to Bryce. Shout out to Bryson. Shout out to the whole crew. Awesome stuff. Thank freaking goodness. All right. Rob Ellis coming up next, and then all day tomorrow, morning show, midday show, afternoon show. Check it out. We'll be reacting to an awesome Phillies win. Until then, he's Fritz and Seltzer.
The following